There's a phase every data team goes through where the data just exists. It gets generated, stored, and analyzed by people who know how to interpret it. And for a while, that works. But the moment people start depending on data for real decisions across teams, across functions, the cost of confusion starts compounding. That's the point where treating data as a product stops being a nice idea and becomes a necessity. Welcome to Between the Columns, quick, practical videos from Atlan that make modern data concepts easy to understand. So let's break this down. Treating data as a product is about one thing: making data reliable and usable for the people who need it. When you don't do that intentionally, a predictable set of problems shows up. People don't know what to trust. They build multiple versions of the same metric, they spend more time validating numbers than learning from them, and your data team becomes a bottleneck. Not because they're slow, but because they're the only ones who can translate meaning. The first reason to treat data as a product is speed. When your data product has clear meaning, clear sources, and clear guidance, people can move without waiting for a specialist. Analysts spend less time rebuilding logic, business teams spend less time hunting for the right data set, decisions happen sooner because the path to "I'm confident this is right" gets shorter. The second reason is trust. Trust doesn't come from having more dashboards. It comes from consistency and transparency. A product mindset forces you to answer practical questions. Who owns this data? What does it mean? How fresh is it? What depends on it? What happens if it changes? These aren't bureaucratic questions. They're the ingredients for confidence. Third, it reduces waste. When meaning isn't standardized and assets aren't discoverable, teams duplicate everything: data sets, transformations, dashboards, definitions. That duplication isn't just annoying, it's expensive. It wastes compute, storage, time, and attention. Treating data as a product pushes you toward reusable building blocks instead of parallel reinvention. And fourth, it makes governance feel natural instead of painful. When data is treated as a product, governance isn't a set of rules people ignore. It's part of how the product works. Ownership is clear. Definitions are documented. Policies attached to real assets. Metadata helps people do the right thing by default. And governance becomes support, not friction. Finally, it scales. Tribal knowledge doesn't survive growth. People leave, teams reorganize, and systems evolve. A product approach makes knowledge durable, captured in metadata, documentation, and operating routines, so the organization isn't dependent on a few experts to keep everything running. So here's the simplest way to say it: you treat data as a product because you want data to create value repeatedly, not just occasionally. It turns data from a loose collection of assets into something people can reliably use to make decisions without slowing down, guessing, or constantly starting from scratch.